Hey guys, it's Katarina. Thank you so much to everyone who watched the first video. I think it was 200 views in 2 days, which for me is a lot. So I really appreciate the support, and I had people reaching out, and that kind of solidified for me that this is the right direction I need to be going in. So I'm very thankful, very grateful for all of you. So today we're going to talk about one of the many methods that can be practiced to further strengthen your mental health. And today's topic is meditation. Now, what is meditation? I know that a lot of people can picture it. You know, it's a person sitting cross-legged with their hands up like this, and they're humming, or they're in deep concentration on something. So I'm sure you can picture it, but not a lot of people understand it. And I was absolutely one of those people up until a few months ago. Even now, I'm not an expert, which is why I called in two people to help me with this, two people who know a lot about meditation, which I'll be talking about them later. And so yeah, there's definitely a few different pieces that go into meditation. The basic overall idea is it's the art of calming the mind. And you know, that's a very basic way of putting it, because like I said, there's many different pieces, such as focus, breathing, stillness. And so it's something that must be practiced in order to have any real effect on the body and mind. Because there's so much that goes into it. It takes daily practice. You know, I'm not giving you easy fixes. I'm not giving you something that will make you feel better in a day. You have to put in work with these methods, and you have to be consistent with them, or else it's not going to work. So if you don't want to put the work in, if you are someone who's lazy, who I used to be lazy, sometimes I'm lazy still, but when it comes to my mental health, I make it a point not to be lazy, because this is so important. Now, you have to think of meditation as the exercise of the mind. You work out your mind as if it were a muscle. And when you start thinking of it this way, it becomes easier to comprehend. You know, oh yeah, I go to the gym and I use weightlifting to work out the muscles in my arms. And so with meditation, you're doing the same thing. You're exercising and using meditation, using focus, breathing, stillness to work out the muscle that is your mind. If you're on the fence about meditation, then that can kind of put it into perspective for you. Now, I guarantee that you don't know how powerful your breath is. It's your breath, whatever, like your body just does it. But we can consciously use it to heal ourselves. We're all gifted the gift of breath. You know, it's such a simple thing, and something we underutilize. You know, it can be used to literally change how you feel. And that's such a crazy idea, but you can train your body to take the breath and heal yourself in moments of distress and in moments of frustration. So think of moments when you are most stressed out. You will usually take a deep breath in and out. You know, sometimes it's like a sigh, like, you know, I'm having a bad day, or I'm really frustrated with this person or this situation. And even if you're not doing this consciously, you know, your body just knows, like, you need to breathe right now. You're stressed out, like, breathing will help. And so I think we overlook that a lot of the time. You see, our bodies know that breathing is the secret to healing. And so meditation is convincing your mind of that same idea. Now, meditation has been known to improve quality of life for all of those who begin and continue to practice it daily. Like I said before, this is a daily thing, not just a once in a while thing you can do, because it's just not gonna work. So some differences you may notice over time are that you'll begin to enjoy silence and being alone rather than fearing it. You know, a lot of time when you are dealing with depression or anxiety, you have a lot of dark thoughts. And so being alone with your thoughts is a scary thing, because you're overthinking every little situation, and maybe you're replaying your day and picking out all the little parts where you weren't a great person, or you think that you looked awkward or you acted awkward. So, I mean, your mind does this a lot when you're dealing with mental illness. And so, like I said, a lot of us will keep busy and keep going and going and going, and just keep our mind, you know, scattered, so that we don't have to be alone with those dark thoughts. And so meditation over time will help you with this. It'll start to heal this. You know, you'll start to enjoy silence, and you'll be able to easily remove and get rid of negative thoughts, and be able to fill your mind with good things, positive things, and even sometimes just blankness. You know, sometimes when you get really good in meditation, you can just sit there and not think of anything. And that's the whole idea of meditation. So that's one huge goal of meditation, is to be comfortable being alone with your thoughts. And now another thing is you will learn to become an observer rather than a reactor. The difference between being graceful and not being graceful is being an observer rather than a reactor. So, you know, the whole idea is to be in a stressful situation that usually would make you, you know, burst out with mean words. But now, since you've been meditating, you can acknowledge your feelings. You know, yeah, this makes me feel pretty angry. And you can take deep breaths and you can calm yourself down. You can literally bring yourself down from like anger, the top anger level, to just like relaxed with breathing. And so meditation does this, and over time you won't be so quick to react without thinking. You will observe the situation, and sometimes you'll realize this doesn't even need a reaction from me. You know, this isn't worth it. Another big thing is you will learn to develop a healthy relationship with yourself. Now, this is a huge one when you're suffering from mental illness. And I mean, I want you to think of relationships. You know, when you hear the word relationship, you think boyfriend, girlfriend, family, friends, but we never really think about our relationship with ourselves, which your relationship with yourself is the most important relationship you will ever have in your life. I'm telling you that right now. That is fact, because who do you lay in bed with every night? Yourself. Who do you go through the day with? Yourself. You're always with yourself. And so if you don't love yourself and you don't have a great relationship with yourself, then quality of life isn't going to be so great. And so over time, meditation helps you learn more about yourself, and you can develop a healthy relationship with yourself. But like I said, it's not going to be meditation one day and then the next day you love yourself. It takes time, but it is so worth it. I mean, just think of it. How worth it is it to have a healthy relationship with yourself? I mean, that's forever. So the great thing is meditation is becoming more popular in our generation, and it's because people are seeing the results. It's not because it's a fad or because some celebrity said, hey, you should meditate. It's because people are literally seeing results. I also want to share some data with you guys. So data from a 2017 National Health Interview Survey found that US adults' use of meditation in the past 12 months tripled between 2012 and 2017. So this was a 2017 study, but just think of that. From 2012 to 2017, the use of meditation tripled. Meditation heals, and people are noticing. Now, if you're thinking of starting to meditate, which I really hope you are, I really hope, don't get scared, don't get worried, because there is a foolproof way of beginning. For your first time, you should start small. You should do about 1 minute a day to start off. Like I said, it's every single day. Like, you have to do it every single day. So start with 1 minute one day, and then keep doing that until you're comfortable for 2 minutes. And then keep doing that until you're comfortable for 5 minutes, and then work your way up. But like I said, don't get frustrated if you notice that you can only do 2 minutes for a few days. Like, that's okay, because it's better to do that and work up gradually than to jump ahead and do 5 minutes and fail at it and get frustrated, because that's when you're gonna stop doing it completely. Even if you're doing a minute a day, don't think like, oh, that's nothing, like I'm never gonna get there. It's actually amazing. I mean, when I started, I wasn't able to sit still. I'm very, as you can see in this video, I like to move around. I get antsy, and right now I've only been practicing it for a few months, and right now I can only do about 10 minutes, which is big for me. And you know, I'm working my way up, but I had to start really small. I had to start with 5 minutes for a while, and I would get upset because I would see other people doing longer times, and that frustrated me. And so I wanted to recommend some apps. There's an app called Headspace, and there's an app called Calm, and then many others. And I recommend trying these for your first few times, because they will literally walk you through it. And they'll talk to you. You can have headphones in, you can have it just and speakers, and it helps a lot. I used Headspace for a long time, and sometimes I'll go back to it because the guy who talks on it is very calming, as he should be. But Also, YouTube has a bunch. If you just type in morning meditation, 10 minutes of meditation, like there's thousands, millions of videos. So if you're having trouble with like, oh, what do I do? Use one of these tools. And so I wanted to quickly share with you some short-term benefits, because I talked to you about some long-term benefits earlier. And so some short-term, and short-term not meaning tomorrow, meaning, you know, as you go along. So definitely ease of mind, and that helps with anxiety. Enhanced feeling and sensations in your body, which of course can aid with depression, because you know when you have depression, a lot of the time you don't feel much, you don't really feel emotion, and so having enhanced feeling and sensation in your body can remind you how alive you are and how precious your body and your life is, and so that helps a lot. Recovery and rest. Again, depression is a very tiring mental illness, and so that can help a lot. And even if you just have a busy schedule, meditating at night can help a whole lot. And peace and quiet from all the noise in the day. Like I said, if you have anxiety, if you're an introvert, you know, a lot of the times the day is wild and you just need to take some time to yourself. Meditation is the most amazing time to just be alone and be with yourself. And so I just wanted to pass the torch off now to Colie and Vassil, who helped me curate the information for this video for you guys. I wanted to make sure everything was as credible as possible, like I said. And Colie and Vassil have both studied meditation for a while, so I trusted them with their information, and now I want you guys to send them messages, ask them questions. They are your next step to take for sure. If you're not sure where to go, or if you just want to learn more, I'll post their information below, and so shoot them a message and they can help you start your journey. And so I wanted to thank you guys again for being here, and make sure to tune in next week where we talk about method number 2, which is clean eating. I'm so excited to talk about this with you guys. And that's it for today. So stay green and gold. Until next time.